Afternoon, ladies. How is everybody? I'm very aware that quite a lot of these live things currently are going out in the day. I'm sure that you may well be watching the replay just because you're at work. They will start going back to more kind of times when you're free, just because at the minute, obviously Matt's away, Teresa's away, I am doing all the training in the evenings, so these are having to be done in the day, but they will start going to the evenings more. So Fridays, again, fitness, health, exercise, anything related to that. Again, if you've got any questions to ask, the Fat Burn Zone. This is a big thing everyone asks. I have done a video on this before, but I am back to the board and, more importantly, the pointer. So, Fat Burn Zone. In fact, I will flip this around again quickly. So, Fat Burn Zone. The harder you work, the more calories you will burn in total. The less hard you work, the fewer calories you burn, but more of them are from fat. So, I have done a quick example of this. So, make sure I'm far enough back. So, the Fat Burn Zone. If this is traditionally, if you're on the treadmill or something like that, it will say Fat Burn Zone around kind of 50 to 60%. Cardio, kind of get fitter, is more 80+%. Okay. However, that doesn't come up very well, those middle percentages. So this is basically me comparing traditional fat burn stuff, which is over this side, to the high intensity weighted stuff, which we do and I would highly recommend everyone does. So we'll go through the traditional stuff first, okay? So the intensity, 50%. Slow, continuous stuff, jogging, cycling, swimming, classes, sometimes, depends what class you do. Some are more difficult than others, some do weights, but generally it is just a slow, continuous thing. You do it for 45 minutes to an hour. That is traditional cardio stuff. No weights generally, just move your body around as much as you want, okay? In that kind of exercise, that kind of workout, you may well burn 400 calories, okay? You don't get stronger, which I think is a problem, because the stronger you get, the more calories you can burn. You get fitter, yes, but only to a point, and you do not get as big a metabolism increase because you are not doing resistance stuff. So you burn, and if anyone's just stood on the treadmill and watched the calorie thing go along, you know there's not massive. Okay, so an hour on the treadmill, say you burn 400 calories. The percentage of those calories that come from fat might be around 60%. You burn more calories from fat at a lower intensity, okay? These numbers aren't 100% right. This is just so you can see the difference, okay? So you've burnt 400 calories, 60% of those have been fat, so you've burnt off 240 in inverted commas fat calories, okay? That is the traditional way that lots of people have done it and how most people think to do it. What you should do is the more high intensity stuff, so working at 90 to 95% of your maximum capacity. Now obviously you cannot maintain that consistently, so you need to have little breaks. You're better off working at 90 to 95% of your capacity as hard as you can for 30 minutes with 30 minutes of kind of rest evenly in between, than working at 50% for the whole time. You wouldn't be able to work harder than 50%, because if you did, you wouldn't be able to sustain it for the whole duration of your workouts. So 90 to 95%. There will be strength stuff as well. There will be high intensity explosive stuff. Again, if you come in, you know what all that stuff is. The type of training, Stefan's amazing sessions, obviously. So I put that in. That will achieve these things. You would then burn 800 calories, okay? So because it does more metabolic damage, because you're getting stronger as well as fitter, and because they're progressive, rather than just doing the same kind of thing all the time, you will burn more calories. There is also something called EPOC, which stands for excess post-oxygen consumption. That will boost your metabolism. That basically means you will burn more calories, or just as many calories, after the workout, recovering, and you do during the workout. You do not get that with this kind of exercise. You only get it with this, which is why you get a bigger calorie burn, okay? So, this is where the myth comes in. The percentage coming from fat is only 50%. So you've burnt more fat calories doing this than doing this. However, because you've burnt more total calories, 50% of 800 is 400 calories. So the percentage, as you can see, is less, but because you've burnt more total calories, the amount of fat calories you burn is more on this side because you've burnt more calories in total, because you've been working harder, than on this side where you're not working as hard, so you burn less calories. Yes, more of them are from fat, but the total is less. Okay? That is basically how it works. It is a little bit more complicated than that, but that is just a fairly simple diagram and a table for you to see the difference. I'm not saying don't do any cardio stuff at all. Swimming is very good as a bit of an active recovery thing, so on a day you're not in the gym, you could do that. Jogging isn't too bad if you've got any back or knee problems or anything like that. I wouldn't recommend it. Impacty stuff isn't great. And if you are running, 5k really, I know Jenny's had some fantastic results doing her running. 5k maximum I would recommend, and then just get faster. Don't go 5k, 8k, 10k, 12k. Just, good time to eat post-workout. As quickly as you can, really. So that's where being organised comes in. Generally, within 2 hours is supposed to be the kind of window that you're supposed to eat inside of. However, that is one of the things that is changing all the time. All the stuff that we've just gone through is pretty much, nothing's ever proven, because there's always new studies and things, people trying to find stuff out, but research heavily suggests, or is generally accepted, that the stuff we've just gone through is fact, good time to eat. Some of it comes down to personal kind of differences. Some people will do better having it before, some people will have it better after. Now I can eat pretty much 20 minutes before workout, not a massive meal, but a decent meal, and do exercise. Some people, if they did that, they feel sick. I can do it. Same with after workout. Some people can exercise straight away. Exercise does suppress your appetite as well, so you might not feel hungry straight away, but generally it is suggested that eating as soon as you can afterwards has a better impact. However, new research is starting to suggest that eating before exercise is better. So rather than eating afterwards to repair your muscles, you're better off eating the bigger meal before a workout, using that energy to burn it off, and then it ends up, and then after your workouts you would just have something fairly proteiny. You wouldn't have rice or pasta or carbs or anything like that. But it does depend on the person, and it is changing all the time. People are always doing new studies, and then someone else will do another study to disprove the first one, and then someone critiques that study and says that you only tested 5 women, they were all completely different shapes and sizes, and you didn't take into account these 3 really important things. Some studies, people do it terrible. I'm going to go slightly off topic here. There was one in the, it was in the Sun or I can't remember, it was in a paper, and it basically said high protein diets will kill you, okay? That is rubbish. Thanks for then. That is rubbish. There was a study that showed something like that. However, it didn't differentiate between proteins, okay? So it considered that that say a chicken breast or a fish was the same as a kebab or a sausage or something, pork scratchings. They did not, the protein in that study was protein, they didn't differentiate between the two, and they didn't take into account exercise. So, someone having lots of exercise and eating fish within the same category as someone who does no exercise and eats kebabs. How that even got published, I do not know. But that is going slightly off topic. So, I would suggest yes. Again, it's sometimes slightly different. I personally think your body pretty much stays in kind of sleep mode, so a low energy state, until you either do some exercise or eat something, because you're not asking your body to do anything. If it eats something, it has to digest and start all its bodily functions. If you do something, your heart rate goes up and that all increases. So I would suggest it doesn't have to be 20 minutes, within an hour, I would say. Again, it doesn't have to be anything massive. You don't have to have, 5 egg omelette or anything huge. Just something to get you going. I'm going to do, put another workout in. It might be next week, it might be sooner. 7 minutes is generally considered to be enough to get your body going, but not so much that you're knackered or it takes up loads of time. A little 7-minute blast of high intensity stuff as soon as you wake up, or half hour after you wake up, is considered to be the optimum amount. Obviously, that is optimum to get your body going. That's not burning lots of calories, getting fitter, stronger, anything like that. That is just to take your body from being asleep to being awake. If that makes sense. But the problem is, with all these things, you can try and overthink it and you can become too specific. So, if you're focusing on should I eat 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes after I wake up, that's a good thing to focus on, but focus on the main stuff. If you have breakfast 20 minutes late, that's not going to make a massive difference if you're having a pack of Jaffa cakes a day. So, and it's very easy to focus on the little things. Same as like a lady came in once and said like, oh, I did very well, my diet's very good, I have 5 cups of green tea a day. 5 cups of green tea is going to do bugger all if you're having friggin' 3,000 calories a day. So whereas that kind of little stuff is good, that is more the icing on the cake. Initially, focus on the cake. Okay, don't get too caught up in the specifics. Focus on the big stuff that will actually make a big difference, which is usually the thing that's hardest to change. It's very easy to add stuff in. It's very easy for you to add in 3 cups of green tea or something like that. And that doesn't really address the problem either. You're not changing your lifestyle. You're not improving yourself. You're just adding something extra on top of all the crap stuff you're doing. What you need to do is replace the crap stuff with the good stuff. There is some kind of lifestyle-y stuff, which again, if anyone wants it, let me know. I will try and include it. I might do a video. But yeah, too many people will try and add stuff in. So add in an omelette for breakfast, add in green tea, add in 10 minutes a day of high intensity stuff, whether it's in the mornings or in the evenings or just before you go to work. That's good, but quite often it's the things you're doing are wrong, not the things you're not doing. So focus on making the big changes. Be honest with yourself as well. 90% of the time, people know what they're doing, and quite often it is something they're doing currently that's wrong, not something that they're not doing that they need to add in. That is hard to admit as well. Everyone wants to think, well, it must be something I'm not doing, because that's far easier to come to terms with. No one wants to think that what I am doing is not right. And I get that, I'm the same. That's why I buy prep meals for myself. That's why, and I know I don't drink as much water as I should. Workouts, I will generally, depending on what kind of mood I'm in, stick to the stuff that I either prefer or I find easier, not the stuff I know that will actually hit my goals, because I find like bench press and upper body stuff far easier. I enjoy it more. If I'm having a bad day or whatever, I will generally stick to that. Whereas if I really want to lose more weight, tone up, get leaner, I should be doing the stuff that I've basically just gone through there. High intensity stuff, short rests, full body movements. You know, I'm as guilty as everyone else. I understand. You just need to be honest with yourself. There's no problem doing it, but as long as you know what you're doing wrong, you're not kidding yourself, and then if you don't get the results you want, you understand why. However, I am slightly going off topic. But any other questions, just say. Focus on the big changes that make the big differences, not the little ones. High intensity, resistance-based stuff burns a lot more calories than the traditional cardio stuff, and focus on getting stronger. The stronger you get, the more calories you'll burn, the better everything gets. There is no negative to getting stronger. You burn more calories at rest, you burn more calories in your workouts, you get more toned, you have more energy, everything becomes easier. You just need to know what to do, how to do it. Don't be afraid of it. You just need the right help. Again, if you need the help, there's a link to a form in the pin post in the group. Click that, fill your name in. You would come in, I'll help you out. But that's the kind of stuff you should be doing.